the bedrock when I got to 60. It was unemployable.
But slowly, a position built up where Equitable could not cover the guarantees.
Jobless young men pushed beyond their limits now on BBC Two, so you can bet there's very strong language in this new series, the first of 3 this week. If unemployment's the disease, you're about to meet the cure. Career Boot Camp.
12 young men, strangers with one thing in common.
I'm Damien.
So how old are you?
18.
They don't have a job. Some haven't worked for 5 years.
I'm Zuma, nice to meet you.
These 12, selected from all over Britain, will be spending the next 3 weeks secluded in the heart of the countryside. The aim? To make them employable.
Devin. I'm Phil.
Once inside the house, there'll be no contact with the outside world. There's a strict ban on drugs and even alcohol.
Turn around, please.
Cigarettes, money, watches and mobile phones are confiscated on arrival.
Where are you from, Devin?
South London. Basingstoke.
Wales.
The men have no idea what to expect. But they do know that if they make it to the end of the 3 weeks, they'll each have a real interview for a real job. At the outset, each of them is subjected to a preliminary assessment. It doesn't look promising.
What do you consider to be your greatest strengths? What are your strong points?
I don't know. I don't think I've got one.
I'm good at a lot of stuff. I'll be here for ages. And I'm bad at a lot of stuff too.
What do you think to be your weaknesses?
Get stressed out quite easily.
Don't know. I don't like being bossed about. I don't know, probably a bit lazy, probably.
At the moment, these 12 would struggle to get through the door of any prospective employer. And they know it.
If you could have any job in the world, what would that be?
Just working on a ship.
Yeah?
Yeah, I wanted to be an undertaker.
I don't know, man. Probably something that involves driving or something like that, man. Just so I don't have to move a bit as much.
Right.
Return to paradise.
Are these 12 young men with untapped potential, or are they just born idle? The answer lies with 3 Americans who've come to Britain to try something new. They represent Respect for Life Educational Services.
Respect for Life Educational Services is all about transforming human life.
If unemployment is the disease, these guys are the cure. For the past 10 years, Respect for Life has run training courses across the USA. More than 70,000 lives have benefited from their unique approach. Their methods are hard-hitting and uncompromising. And now, for the very first time, they're bringing them here.
It's going to stir up a force that's inside of them. It's going to cause something to come up out of them. And yes, we expect them to rebel. We know that they're going to rebel. And if they don't rebel, then we're not on our job.
There's going to be a whole lot of respect for life around here.
Yeah, a whole lot of respect for life.
These 12 lads have all turned up for the course, but they've no idea what to expect.
You know, there's a saying, brother, that goes, unity is more powerful than a nuclear bomb. Unity. You have an opportunity now. You are here, and you know you need to make change.
We're no different than you. No, our accent may be different. We may talk different. We may look different, but we're no different than you. My mother had me when she was 16. I had a brother by the time she was 17. I had a sister by the time she was 18. In America, we call it welfare. Growing up in the ghetto, growing up poor, broke, busted, and disgusted, crying in the home, watching my mother get beat down. Father, where was he? You probably had a better idea than I did at the time. You understand? We're no different in those kind of terms. We come from hard times.
I kind of take on the role as not just an educator and organizer type, but kind of like an orchestrator to make sure all the parts are moving at this right speed to get what we want to get.
My mother died when I was 9 years young. I never knew my father. My sister raised 10 of us in projects in a 13-story apartment building. I've been gunned down. I've experienced jail. I was a menace to my society. So when I see you, I see me. I'm a pillow for them because what they're about to experience, they're going to need some comfort. They're going to need some inspiration. They're going to need some motivation. And that's what I'm there for.
You are about to experience, those of you who choose to stay, a training that is probably more physically rigorous, a training that is probably more intellectually challenging, and you're not going to be able to make it through without each other's help. See? So, I mean, I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you're here, and I want you to stay. When I say UK, you say yes, sir, okay? When I say UK, you say yes, sir, okay? All right? UK! Yes, sir!
Lyle leaves the room to collect the third member of Respect for Life.
UK! Yes, sir. Yes.
Ex-US Marine Anthony.
UK! Yes, sir! UK! Yes, sir! UK! UK! Yes, sir!
The boys aren't going to know what's hit them.
UK! Yes, sir! UK! UK! Oh, time to move to another phase of training, gentlemen. I don't know, UK! Yes, sir! Want to introduce you to the third component of Respect for Life as Brother Anthony.
My role in the whole operation is to make sure that none of them make it without great struggle and friction. There's about 4 of you that's going about to leave here.
No, don't say that, don't say that, don't say that.
4 of you are on your way out of here.
Don't say that, don't say
I
that.
already see that. I predicted it. 4 of you. You've been smiling for a long time. Put your feet down. Put your feet down. Shove your feet in. Shove your feet in, mate. We're trying to identify those who are rebellious, those who don't want to get along with the program, who we may seem troublesome later down the line. Get your feet. Put your feet down. I want to tell you to shove your feet in. I want your feet in. We can't actually kick anybody out. They leave, you know. We hint that there are always 2 options, but yet it always comes down to whether or not you want to stay or whether you want to go. Keep your feet out of the cell.
After just 10 minutes, one of the boys decides that he's had enough and he wants to go.
Got one already? You got one already? That's one down.
Look at boss out from American Marine.
Peter lives with his mother in Jarrow near Newcastle, where his situation isn't unusual. The unemployment rate in his area is 3 times the national average. He was thrown out of infant school at 6, and since leaving an approved school 9 years ago, has hardly worked.
Then when I said, I'll do anything they want us to, I said, well, it was like jumping up a fucking American Marine, bossing us about fuck that. Then, well, an American Marines just walked in, so that's it.
Al, in his role as counsellor, is on his way to Peter's room to try and talk him round.
UK! Sir! Door's still open. Might as well go while it's fresh and it's hot. Yeah. Mind over matter. Mind over matter.
You see, I mean, at the end of the day, I thought, well, coming here to get a job, not to get a bail bashing off you. I mean, it's down there, it's like something off the God channel, you know what I mean? And then that fucking jumped up little American Marine that came walking in. Fuck it. Shit I can do with that.
Our approach is an approach that is very unique. And when someone is first introduced to our approach, it's shocking. We understand the way you feel. Remember, I set it up like that. Remember I told you? I knew you was gonna feel, you were gonna oppose it. That's natural. Peter, that's natural. But it comes a time where we have to make a change. No change.
But I don't need no American telling us how to change.
Okay, but not American. Don't, see, now you stuck on that part. It ain't about an American, Peter. It ain't about an American. It ain't about UK. It's not, it's about human beings.
While Peter's having some thinking time outside, back in the ballroom, Anthony's about to step it up a gear.
What we're going to go into is called drill exercise.
The drill is going to be a shock to the boys' system, but one that they're going to have to get used to. From now on, it'll be a big part of their daily routine.
Phase 1 can be considered the mental toughness phase, where we got to make sure that the product we're working with is fit, believing in themselves, and ready and up for the challenge.
What I need, and what I need only, are 10 jumping jacks. How many?
10.
How many? 10. 10, sir. How many? 10, sir. How many? 10, sir. Ready. Begin. 1, 2, 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Unity. Come on, gentlemen. All together as one. 1, 2, 3. 1. You should be up together. You should be down together, right? Come on, gentlemen. Can we do this? Yes, sir. David, can we do this? Yes, sir. Oh, he doesn't sound too motivated. David, can we do this? Yes, sir.
I got kicked out of M 2 years ago, so I got him heavily involved in drugs and crime, and my mum just couldn't cope with it, so she threw me out.
Now, when I say move, you're going to get into the push-up position.
I've just basically spent the last 2 years being homeless and in and out of hostels.
Do you understand? Yes! Move! Begin. Push up. Go. Down, up. Come on. Mind over matter. Go. See what you
Damien K is finding it all a bit much and is ready to give up.
Were you leaving? He's gone already.
Al tries to persuade him otherwise.
There's more inside you than what you're giving, Dave. Don't quit yet. Don't quit. Don't quit. Come on, don't quit. Try it. Come on, listen. Get back in. Quick.
You're rocking up, man. You're rocking up. You got it. You got it. I'll give it to you. Push up position. Ready? Move. Here we go. Down and up. Go. Push it out. Give it all you got.
Do what you can do all the way through, but just don't quit. Just don't quit.
You can't do anything but be strong.
To get to the point where you just stop trying to look for a job when you get so many knockbacks, end up just stop trying.
Mark wants to work behind a bar, but has little time to look for a job. He spends most of his day playing computer games.
Hopefully I get a job straight away so that I don't go back into the same habits that I was doing, just going to sleep early hours in the morning and waking up late afternoon.
He doesn't want to quit, but he's totally exhausted and takes a break. He's normally fast asleep at this time of day.
Come on. That's it. Come on.
Another of the boys is finding the exercise tough.
Oh, don't go to sleep on me. Push it out. Come on.
Damien S feels the odds are against him when it comes to finding work.
I've got criminal records, plus I need training. And plus I've never really had the mindset, I've always been preoccupied doing other things that probably are not that too important.
Man, you got a word for everything, man. Just follow instructions.
Come on, pick your head up. There you go.
Oh, what is this? Oh, no, man, get up out of here, man. What you think? Get up.
The trainers have singled Damien out. he's lagging behind and not keeping up with the rest of the group.
When I come here, it was more to do with the mental that I was going to deal with.
You're going to deal with that too?
Yeah, because
The exercise is going to take your body through a physical change. So when you look in the mirror, you'll be pleased with what you see. That has a psychological effect on us. Confidence. Your confidence is raised. It ain't easy. It's difficult.
yeah, but I don't know, man. I never exercised and shit like this for a long time. I feel battered.
It's 2 hours since Peter walked out.
You could have walked out of here today, but you're still here. Only reason I want to know is why. Yes, sir.
I won't give up, sir.
That's why you're still here?
Yes, sir.
Just because you don't give up?
Yes, sir. I like to change as well.
Say again.
I like to change.
Why?
Because I'm tired and feeble.
Why are you still here, Dad?
Like a change in my life.
Do you really want that?
Yeah.
Huh? All I can ask you to do is to trust us. Trust that we know what it takes to get out of you, what Brother Anthony said is already in you.
If I knew that I was going to be treated like this and have to do all this, I don't know if I would fucking come in, you know what I mean?
But go back to the basic of the question. Why are you here? It has nothing to do with what you're going through now. Is everything going fine at home? Your life is A-okay? Everything is right?
What have you been doing for the last 2 years?
Nothing, really.
Stop right there.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The group's back on its feet, and the trainers have spotted someone who's not joining in.
This gentleman's ready to leave. He's already gone.
I was about 15 when I got kicked out of school. I think the final straw was when I tripped up my head teacher.
In the 5 years since he left school, Gary's had just 1 week of work. A bar job he was sacked from a year ago. He's not worked since. His dream job is to be a journalist.
Here we go. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, stop. Bye. You take him outside. You think you can just stand here and do what you want to do?
Of course, I'm not doing exercising.
You can go.
Fine.
Good.
Fine.
Not bad. I don't need to exercise, increase my muscle mass, just up my confidence to get a job.
Gary's decided he doesn't want to do any more exercise.
This is the way Gary wants it, right? Let's just give it to him like that. It doesn't happen like that in life.
While Gary's taking time out, back in the ballroom, Lyle notices one of the boys smiling and thinks he's laughing at Gary's dismissal.
Think that's funny? An individual quits like that, and he'll probably go back into the same kind of madness and some crap, and just live a life that is so mundane when he could have had a beautiful experience. We should feel some type of compassion. Some kind of compassion.
Why? Because he was smiling. I think it's funny.
What were you smiling about?
I'm always smiling.
Mark G was expelled from school at 13 and never went back. 3 days ago, he became a father for the first time.
I thought it was funny! Come on, come on.
Still giggling, he becomes the third person to leave the room.
He's down! He's down! Push up, let's go, let's go! Let's go!
Mark joins Gary outside.
Get down, 10 press-ups. Fuck off.
He's been told that if he wants to go back in, he's got to tell the others why he walked out.
I'm not prepared to go back in there now and explain myself to everyone, you know what I mean? I'd rather just go home. No, I don't speak to no one, apart from your little baby.
Gary and Mark are sticking to their guns. But after some more counselling from Al, Peter has decided to swallow his pride and go back to the group. But first, he has to abide by the course rules and ask to be allowed back.
Mate, welcome back, mate.
As you were.
The drill exercise is a major test of the boys' ability to follow instructions.
It will make you smart because it will teach you how to listen.
As you were. Right. As you were.
When I say left, I shall hear the word snap loudly.
Left, snap. As
Here's your word. Snap your head, turn the body, drive your head. Come together now. Come on. This is a lesson on listening. It's a lesson on call and response.
It's gonna be a tough week, but if you can make it through this week, you have everything you need to make it through the next week, right? Get yourself focused. You have exactly 12 minutes from now to be in the classroom. If you are late for class, we will come back here and begin all over again.
We had the pool table and the air hockey table and big house. And I thought we'd be able just to do what we wanted for 3 weeks, but it's not the case.
These Yankos, yeah, they must be the new edition T4000 machines. I don't know where they're from.
Whilst the lads are enjoying a few minutes of free time, Al is up in Mark G's room trying to persuade him to stay.
I hate to see you go back home.
I know, I hate to see myself go back home.
I learned something about him, his pride. He didn't want to come in and do exactly what our procedures are. Come before his mates, you know, ask to come back in and explain why he went out. He didn't feel that he had to do that.
I'm not willing to go back into the group and explain myself because I've done nothing wrong.
Aye, man, it just lets you think that anyone else can just drop it at any minute.
After their 12 minutes of rest and recreation, the boys are in the classroom. But Mark G and Gary are still absent.
UK? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Oh. UK?
Yes, sir.
How many of us have ever been to school before? How many of us haven't been to school enough? Raise your hand. You been to school enough?
Yes, sir.
How do you know? How do you know?
Went to school when I was supposed to, so I went to school enough, didn't I?
So how do you know you have enough schooling? What is the purpose of schooling?
Get qualifications.
You know what we're gonna learn? That schooling is much more than about grades. And as long as there's something to learn, there's room for school. Do you understand that, gentlemen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Most young men that find themselves going wayward, especially around their teenage years, have had negative experiences in schools and classrooms. And that's the opposite of what we want to happen. It is an honor and a pleasure to have an opportunity to be involved in a learning experience with you, gentlemen. We are honored, right? Baby seat.
Mark's not budging. But Gary is going to give it another go and decides to join the class.
This is a restaurant.
He's still not willing to take part in the drills, so he doesn't get the welcome he was hoping for.
None of us are going to pick and choose. Oh, I like this part. Oh, but that part, I'm going to go take a nap right now. And you all wake me up when you're finished with that, and I'll be ready for the next part. It's not that kind of game. Tell me about Dundee.
It's a boring shit too.
It's a boring shithole.
Yeah.
Are you happy, Dundee? Yeah. What are you willing to do to become happy? Because I believe that we have an opportunity together to have an experience that can help change that for you. But not by picking and choosing. Because when you pick and you choose, guess where you end up? In a boring shithole. I think you need to decide that you're going to participate in the entire experience or not participate at all.
Is this right? I'm leaving.
Little exercise I'd like you to do right now. With that dictionary you have right there in front of you, I would like you to find 3 words that are brand new to you
and be ready to give us the meaning of those 3 words. Do that now.
Just had enough. Just had enough.
When I wait to sit down, it says, you just come in here, disrupt the class, all that shit. Stuff he was saying, just leave. I'm not going to play this game. And I won't have to spend 3 weeks with that arsehole.
Who's first? Change 3 words.
Dogmatic. I've got hierarchs, which is a Greek word and it means small plant eating mammal.
Virtuoso. Histology, branch of biology concerned with microscopic structures.
Whilst his teammates knuckle down in the classroom, Gary heads back to Dundee.
Excellent. The course that we train and we develop on, we call it Planet Self. The human body operates just like a planet. So I wonder, what do you think is wrong with your planet?
Stuck on.
You are stuck. Your planet's stuck spinning? Huh?
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Seems to be going nowhere. It's just stuck in a rut. Same old crap every day. Getting up. I live in a homeless hostel, so I mean, it's no use. It's the same old crap. You have to turn your key in and all the rest of it. It's very consuming on the mind.
It's not for the lack of trying. It's not, because I'm out there every day trying. It's not a lack of trying. It's just I don't know. I think it's my interview skills. It's still on the phone. I think they need a lot of help.
But guess what? I got good news for you. We fix planets.
Mark's pride means he's not going back on his decision to leave, and he's hot on the heels of Gary. It's only day 1 of the course, and already 12 has become 10. It's been a long day, but it's not over yet. Everyone's in the common room waiting to find out what's next.
Now, a couple things. First of all, let me go ahead and give you your homework assignment so that you're straight for the evening. What you have to do tonight is you're going to write what's called a self-improvement paper. Self-improvement paper. Three pages. You're going to do an honest analysis of yourself. You can reflect on your experiences from today, of course, the experiences you've had in your life. You can break it down to physical self-improvement, mental self-improvement, spiritual self-improvement. It's up to you. What do you need to improve in, and how do you think this course can help you?
Mark knows why he's here, but he's finding it hard living without his freedom.
It's the not being able to drink, man. Getting told when to go to bed and getting told when to get up. Having to ask if you can go out for a fag break. They don't even tell us the time. It's sad.
I'm lazy. I'm 18 years old. Yeah, I've never had a job. That's it.
Mizuma is the youngest of 8 and lives with his brother's family, who look after him like one of their own children.
I'm not independent. I'd like to be independent, but I'm not. I don't know how to do anything for myself. Cook and clean up and stuff like that. Yeah, man, that's the shit right there.
I will tell you this, gentlemen. When homework assignments are not done, it is counted as quitting the course.
It's just a blank page. I ain't done nothing yet. I will, but it's got a finger where to start.
When you assemble in the morning, you need to have your homework assignment with you, okay?
If the boys are worried about the amount they've got to do before daybreak, things are about to get worse.
We have what is called a fire watch. Fire watch is just this. There will be 2 persons every hour throughout the night. We're going to start 12 midnight. You will make your rounds throughout the building. You will make sure that this house is secure. It is safe. Do not fall asleep. Now, we will assemble outside at the hour of 5:30 a.m.
Not tomorrow morning.
That's correct, tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m.
We've got to go up in a minute now, have a bath, do our homework, wake up 45 minutes in the night, and still get up at 5:30 in the morning.
Good job. Excellent, good job. Now,
bit macho, innit?
After major family rows, Stephen was thrown out of his home in South Wales and moved to Slough to try to find work. He's not been successful and thinks his lack of confidence is to blame.
The first night watch crew going on duty.
Every hour of every night, the boys will do their fire watch duty in pairs. When their shift is finished, they'll hand over to the next pair. But they're not totally alone. There's a security guard, and most nights, Anthony stays awake all night. It's time for the next shift. In the area of southeast London where Devon lives, 1/3 of the people in his age group are out of work. In the 8 years since he left school, he's spent 6.5 of them unemployed. It's 2 a.m. and Phil and Mark are on duty. Whilst Anthony's patrolling the house, one of the boys makes a run for it.
Well, the Geordies just left us. The security guard just opened the door and let him out there, so.
And we get blamed for it.
And we'll take it.
So he's on fire watch, looking for fires, not people trying to escape.
Anthony and the security guard try to track Peter down by car. When they finally spot him, he's headed off into a field with all his luggage.
So here we are, as Peter's standing over there with a little flashlight, reluctant to get inside the vehicle and basically wants to go home.
That's what I said. 3 people left on the first day.
Yeah, 3 people left on the first day. They can't take it, can they?
I can't see. There've been at least 8 people here.
I can see another 3 going by the end of the week.
Another 3.
By the end of the week, there'll be another 3.
I'm not going to quit.
I ain't going to quit. No, I'll stick it out till I bleed and cry.
If they don't tell me to leave, then I'm not going to leave, but...
Peter finally agrees to accept a lift to the station. Back at the house, the next fire watch shift is on.
He told me earlier on, but I thought he was kidding. He says to me, I'll fucking up tonight. I'm like, yeah. So he is joking.
It's about man. It's fucking boot camp, man. And up at 5 o'clock, man. And ones and that. We're taking the piss, aren't we? We had to get jobs, man. Not join the fucking Marines.
He doesn't like authority. He just has to bend the rules.
In 3 weeks' time, I'll be quite surprised if you've got anybody left where these are going on for. I will, I'll be very surprised.
Because at the beginning, the trainers was like, yeah, I predict that 4 people are going to walk out and all that. And people just getting up and leaving is proving them right at the end of the day. I'm going to walk out earlier on because I didn't think I could keep up on that. Fuck it. Just stick it out, prove them wrong. It's hard though.
Malcolm, Yogi's a wake up man. It's 5:5.
Mizuma is on the last firewatch shift, so it's his job to make sure all the boys are woken up in the morning.
Gotta be outside for 5:30 exactly.
Oh, nightmare last night.
First of all, good morning, gentlemen.
It's time for Lyle to check the boys' homework. They've been warned that if it's not done, they're off the course.
That's as far as you got to, man. If I were you, Malcolm, and you want to stick around, I would go in that classroom right now and finish that assignment as fast as I could, sir. You're lucky you started it. I believe Malcolm will come through. You never know who's gonna go, when someone's gonna go. But you gotta give each other encouragement. Get our day started, we also have each gentleman come out and give a positive word of encouragement to the rest of the group. Something that you think we need to hear that'll help carry us through the day. So in any random order, step out, be real, say your piece to your brothers.
Mari buys is only 2 weeks. I said, don't worry, it's only 2 weeks next Friday left.
Best thing said all week.
Yeah, so we'll just fuck it, cooperate, and maybe we can get some breakfast. Yeah,
I just want to say, just stay determined and focused, and if things are getting on top here, just think, well, fuck it, just remember why you're here at the end of the day. We want to be here, make ourselves better as a person, want to go out and want to get a job, make our lives better. So just come on. Hi, everyone, clap your hands, come on, boys. Hey!
We're going to take you on a short journey today. We're not asking you to be an Olympiad and set a world record, but we are asking you to finish. Give it your best shot.
Whilst the boys are outside working up a sweat, Malcolm's inside sweating over his homework.
I went upstairs to do it after I'd done the fire watch and I fell asleep. All my problems started when I started school. Back then I was mouthy, cocky, arrogant, immature, really not a nice person.
Good work, gents. Come on, you got one more and you're done.
Halfway through year 7 I started taking drugs, started smoking pot.
Good work.
Taking trips, taking E's in maths, smoking in class, drinking in class, swearing at teachers.
Fucking hell, mate, that's killed me off that.
That's as far as I've got so far.
Let it go. Have a seat, relax, good work, clap it up. Clap it up. Good job. Good work, I got you, come on up.
Oh man, I'll be up in 2 minutes, man.
Okay, take your time. Not used to it.
3 miles, wasn't it?
Yeah, you ran 3.5 miles this morning. That's it, get it out of here. You can do this, surely you can get up and go to work every day, right? You can do this, you can get up and go to work every day, because it'll be a small thing. You always hear us say, small thing to a giant, right? Breakfast is at 8 o'clock. If you want to get washed up for breakfast, or however you want to handle your business, take care of that, but make sure your sleeping areas are spick and span, all right? Good job. Way to stick it out. I think now, today, you know, the reality of the numbers being down to 9, you know, is really going to start to sit home to them. And I think this 9 has a chance of making it all the way through.
It's an hour till breakfast, and whilst the others are making the most of their free time, Malcolm's still battling on with his homework.
Peter.
Lyle and Al find the homework that Peter left behind.
Not enjoying, would like to go home. We'll go home tonight. I'm fucking off tonight. Check it out. It's 3 pages. 1 page. Okay. Right? I don't know what to write, so I'll write shit. I'm happy with my shit, so you twat. To improve myself, I should not have come on this course. The Americans are trying to change me, and I like who I am, so off back to America. Fucking pricks.
With their free time over, the boys gather outside. Their hard work of the previous night is about to be put before the group as they read out their homework assignments from their journals.
So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and share some of our thoughts. Okay, so we can do it voluntarily. You volunteer?
Yeah, I don't mind.
All right. Give him a hand for volunteering. And he struggled all the way through breakfast this morning to get that done.
All right, there you go. All right. All my problems started when I was back in school. Back then,
to improve or not to improve?
That is the question. But I never seek sympathy, only understanding.
I understand that since the age of 16, I've done nothing.
I have looked back and I wish I could change everything about.
Even though time is flying, I still think I've got all the time in the world. I live for the day with no preparation for the future. I sleep for hours on end. I'm not stupid, just capable of doing stupid things.
I can't be lazy for the rest of my life, because I will not be moving forwards, only backwards. I'm lazy and I guess I'm lost. I'm lazy because I never get off my ass and try to do anything with my life.
When I met my girlfriend, I started to drink and smoke a lot less. Then it happened. I went up to her house one day and she said, "There's something I need to tell you. I'm pregnant." This was a big surprise for us both because we were only 15 years old.
Jet's only worked for 8 months in the 2.5 years since he left school and relies on benefits to support his 2-year-old son. Where he lives in South Wales, over a quarter of people his age are unemployed. He's hoping the course will stop him being just another statistic.
I want to learn new things, be a bit fitter, have a bit more discipline. I was there through the birth and it was the most gruesome sight I've ever seen. There was blood and slime everywhere. He looked green at first like an alien. But when he was washed and the oxygen saturated his lungs, he was beautiful. At this point I knew I had to change.
If I could change anything, I would turn back the time to the age where I was 10 years old and to know what I know now.
Phil's daughter is a year old, and in just a few months he'll become a father for the second time.
You're doing jumps. I was brought up wrongly, I reckon. You know what I mean? And you hear about all your mates getting mopeds and going on day for their 16th and 18th birthday. Yet, what did I get? I got a packet of fags and a lighter for my 16th. I got 4 beers for my 18th, and for my 21st, I got nothing.
I don't see myself as a good father because I've very little money, knowledge about life itself, not forgetting lack of progress. If I can complete this course, it will be the first big step in my life which I need to take to being respected.
How many of us thought before maybe you were contacted to go into this course that you were at just rock bottom? You know? I mean, think about that. So when you begin to look at your circumstances, don't just look at the bad side of them. Because if you're in a bad situation, there's a way to get out of it. Let's make this thing happen, all right? Now look, all I'm going to say is expect the unexpected.
Feels like it's been longer than the 2 days here, though, isn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
Feels like it's been a week already.
Yeah. And you're second
That's
day.
because we've done so many things. And when we're at home, we'll wake up, not having any plans for the day, and we'll do nothing. Yeah, we've got loads of things to do in the day.
Because we're waking up at 5, man.
After another long day, everyone is allowed in the common room to watch a movie, when the trainers realise that 2 people are missing.
Started falling asleep during the film, and Brother Al sort of shook me and said, right, can you go upstairs, splash a bit of water in your face, then come back down. So I was like, yeah, all right. Went upstairs, just jumped straight into bed.
Your mates are waiting for you.
And then Mark did the same about 10 minutes after me. They stopped the film, and there was about 3/4 of the way through.
The boys are called into the ballroom to receive their punishment.
So I let the group down, and the group suffered because of me.
The group are put through a punishing workout. Once again, Damien S. cracks first and decides to leave the room.
When guys walk out, they don't necessarily want to leave. So, I mean, we have to get them to the point where they want to walk out, because in real life, they're going to have disappointing situations. The key thing is, how do they respond?
That's right.
And if they can respond to the heat and pressure here, they can respond to the heat and pressure on the workforce.
But this time, the group wastes no time in coaxing him back.
Just laugh at them, don't the satisfaction thing, innit? I'm not. Yeah, well, don't walk out on them because that's what they want you to do, innit?
Usually I would have to go get it, but now we've created a unity now where they will go get their own.
Just prove them wrong, innit? Just stay here, Dame. Come on, just stay. Come on, man.
The first week, the mental toughness is huge. The shock itself is so tremendous that you actually have to imagine taking someone to a muscle failure, to a point where their muscles just cannot perform any further.
Somebody's trying to live life. It ain't gonna happen without struggle and strife. You said you wanted to better your life. You said you wanted to change your ways. You told us you wanted to make a difference. But we can't make it happen just looking out for ourselves. Gotta look out for each other.
You awake, yeah? 10:05.
Aching bodies and lack of sleep are really beginning to get to the boys.
I'm tired, I'm stiff, and I'm pissed off.
Yeah. I've only got about 5 hours sleep in the last 2 days put together. I'm tired, then we've got to get up early in the morning and go running, so it is tiring.
They expect too much of us. Like we're fucking leaving us with a couple of hours of sleep every night, and then expecting us to get up at 5 o'clock every morning and then go for a 3.5-mile jog. Everything that we're being taught at the moment, all the physical training we're being put through, to me hasn't got anything to do with getting a plumbing job.
Okay, UK?
Yes, sir.
After they've given all that they have and have really no more to give, you ask for 100% more on top of that. By amazement, it's a little frustration. You get that.
Everybody improved on their run from yesterday. That should tell you something, huh? Good work, gentlemen.
Ideology, system of ideas. Let's listen to that definition for a minute. Does that sound like a weak word or a strong word?
After breakfast, it's back to the classroom for a lesson in literacy.
The schedule has been packed back to back to back to back to back. And I know they're not used to working at that kind of pace, but they've conquered fatigue.
It must relate to your ideology. Right?
For Mark, the course and lack of sleep are all proving too much.
You have to teach. You have to train.
Sit up, Mark.
Let's do responsibility. Let's deal with responsibility. When a man is on his
Your
job.
ideas, your beliefs, this is what is called a prefix.
In order to be, what was some of the other principles that we said, the concepts we said?
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, can I get some tea now? Can I go for some tea now?
Some what?
Can I just take a rest now? Why? Can I go for something like this?
Tell you what, get some water and come straight back. Give me something.
You just never know how an individual would respond to the tactics and the methods in which we use to take them through this transformation. You never know what kind of background where they come from. You don't know the pressure, that they're up under until we can actually get to know the individual and then just try to, maneuver him through this training.
And Mark goes, can I go for a rest? And I thought to myself, well, you're sitting down anyway. Don't know what to expect from him. First of all, like, he's all like droopy face, and next hour and they're all disappointed about something.
Man, it's just that I'm missing just stupid wee things like being able to go on the computer and watch your telly and that. It's just wee things like just being able to do what you want when you want, instead of having to follow all these rules. I'm not good at following rules.
I believe at home, from talking to him, he's just used to being just freestyle, living a freestyle life. When he wants, how he wants, and here, being confined, he can't move the way he's used to moving. It's almost like bringing like a claustrophobia to him.
I do want to stay in away, man, but after the 3 weeks are finished anyway, I'm just going to go back and do the same thing anyway, so nothing's going to change.
Mark wants to be here, Mark needs to be here, but Mark gets down on himself.
Yeah, I know if I do leave, I know I'll regret it, man, but so I'm just changing my mind every 2 seconds. So.
Remember, you're the elite.
The pace of the course doesn't let up. It's back to back.
Well, what does it mean?
The boys are worked to the bone, and the pressure is beginning to tell.
As you were.
What the hell do star jumps? Running 3.5 miles at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Good work, good work.
Marching and all that bullshit. Have to do with getting back to work.
This will increase your IQ. Come on, I know the math.
I think it's a load of shit, to be honest. What the hell is that, man? I don't need all this shit.
Just remind yourself, I'm the elite.
As night falls, the boys look forward to some food and some sleep. They get the food, but the sleep will have to wait. They're going for a walk. A 2-mile walk into the woods.
Somewhere out there is our home for the night. Yes. And we're going to find it. And we're going to make it. And we'll be back in the morning.
After an hour's walk, the group find a good spot to set up camp.
Okay? Now it's up to you all to decide who's going to do what, but we need to make that happen quick, fast, in a hurry, all right?
Don't walk off, boys. You haven't even organised nothing yet. You need to organise before you do things, boys. You just won't get nothing done.
Stephen takes on a leadership role and coordinates the group.
We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, clearing up, and 1, 2, making a fire, boys, collecting stones.
Come on, man. Come on. Standing around idle is not going to do nothing, man. Come on now. If you don't know what to do, ask the man that's leading.
Feed it through, Dame. Go for the test.
The camping exercises really test your knack for survival, makes you challenge your fears. You talk about speeding up, working together as a team. All of those things come into play. It's just one of the greatest tools that we find that can be used to bring a group of guys together and allow them to challenge their fears.
soft load.
The group gets into the camping experience. It gives even Damien Kay a more positive outlook.
Getting on better with the trainers, especially the muscle, Anthony. I thought he was a prick at first when I first met him. I just thought, yeah, I thought he had some sort of personal agenda against me, you know what I mean? But I realise now that he's here for our benefit. He wants us to change as much as we want ourselves to change.
First time you did that?
Yeah.
So get a big one and let it cross that way. No, just let it burn.
It's almost the end of week 1, and the boys are trusted to go on their morning run alone. But they're one short. Mark is still in bed. Stephen leads the group.
Shake yourselves off.
I've come in here and I've made brothers, man. Started off as 12 of us. 3 of us have gone astray. They've left. There's 9 of us left, but I feel as though I've got 8 brothers.
I've got places on my toes.
I realise now that we're all in the sort of same boat. We're all here for the same reasons, and we all want to succeed and get through the course. We're all willing to carry each other through and help each other.
Come on, you can do it, man. Don't push it out now.
In life, you got to learn how to handle disappointment. When you work hard and you do your best and it all gets destroyed, if you can bounce back from that, you can bounce back from it.
The trainers, they're brilliant. You know, they bring out of you what you've got in you, but you don't know. So that's their job, and they're doing a good job about it.
I'm starting to like it a little bit better here now.
Oh my God.
Fucking hell. I think it's funny today. What are they trying?
Mate, our room was spick and span.
Mine was as well.
I'm some fucking dumbass who's just gonna, you know, go along with it. And suck it up and expect great things. I don't expect shit from these.
I can't believe I'm gobsmacked.
I'm gobsmacked as well. I just...
I'm ridiculous. I can't believe that.
Straighten them up. It works.
Pathetic.
It's not the fucking baller. This is for Anthony. This is for Lyle. And this is for Al.
Lyle's on his way to see Mark. Missing this morning's run was the final straw.
Right now, we're going to isolate you from the group. Obviously, you can't make up your mind about whether you want to be here or not. We're not going to let it spread into the other group. And we got some serious decisions to make, too, because we can't keep letting you go back and forth.
You can! Yes,
You think about it, all right? But we're going to get your stuff together, and I'm going to take you down to where your room's going to be, all right? Okay, let's do that now.
We are the UK!
The mental and physical toughness of the course has been a real challenge. An emotional roller coaster where 12 became 9. These 9 are still battling to turn their lives around, but some are battling harder than others. How many will survive a second week? How many will get the chance to sit in front of a real employer in a real interview for a real job? Who will make it to the end? And will Mark even make it to tomorrow? Next time, Phil gets upset.
Why did I have to say it in the first place? I know it was eating at me. Of course it was eating at me. It eats at me every day.
Devon's not coping.
Normally, I won't.